All right, all right, all right. Here we are again for a unboxing and a small review of the Gerber Flatiron, what I call the pandemic edition, because it comes with a handkerchief. That's right. So you can buy your knife and get you a handkerchief / mask to go along. So you're doing your part for the COVID-19. So anyway, so here's what it comes in. I believe I bought this at Fin Feather for probably, I don't know, a year ago. And of course it comes with those on sale, I think, for $29. And basically it comes in this package here, and let's open it up, get to it. Alright, there's the handkerchief, what they call the gear rag. Pop this puppy out, it's stuck in there good. Oh, you can hear it. It don't want to come out. There it is. Alright. There's the knife itself. There's the knife and the handkerchief. It's a cleaver style frame lock. You see it has the frame right there. It's part of the actual frame, so that's why they call it a frame lock. It has an over travel bar, that way you can't over travel. So it's a nice, and it's a hollow grind. You look at it right there. This was actually a stone wash finish, and I didn't like it, so I was playing around and I ended up polishing the I ended up basically buffing out the stone wash. I wish I might go back and do a little better, because I still see the lines where I polished, but I like the mirror. It just looks good, and also it didn't have this other ring around there. I actually took sandpaper and kind of sanded that down a little bit. I think it pops a little bit more. But I was looking up Blade HQ today, getting some specs on this, and now you can actually buy a copper handle scale, a brass, and a carbon fiber. But they actually cost, the copper and the brass actually cost more than the knife. So it's like $35 if you want to take your scale off and put a copper one on. I think one's a titanium, but that looks sweet with a titanium cover, but it's hard to, I don't know, maybe I will eventually. But let's see, let's go with some more specs. It has a thumb opening hole, so you could, it's not, I don't know. I wish this was bigger or set back a little bit. That's one complaints I have. It has a small pocket clip, so it's somewhat deep carry. I mean, you still have this much sticking out. Right, oh, look at this handkerchief, might actually work for something. Hey. So, like, look at that. I got this handkerchief that actually worked for, show how far the knife is actually going to stick out. I might actually have a use for this. There you go. That and wearing it to the store. Might have to wear this to the store one time. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so that's how far it would stick out of your pocket. Not very far out, but you can see how small the clip is compared to the rest of the knife. Like, I just bought this one, this Hans Warrior, and that's, you can see this one's a very large knife, but compared to the clips, look at the clip size. Yeah, so like I said before, it has a hollow grind. That's what it tapers down real sharp. I did put another edge on this, but it's got a hollow grind. See there. And of course it has a gray aluminum handle, which I already sanded down, which I think it looks better, but it comes straight. It weighs at 5.6 ounces, which is kind of heavy for a carry, but you know, Everybody does their own thing, you know. Everybody has their own way of doing things. The handle is actually 4.5 inches, 4.5 inches, so you get a nice. You got a lot of room on. I have large size. I wear size 9 to 9.5 gloves, which is large, and you really got a lot of room. But you also got this finger choil right here. You could really choke up on it and really get, like, if you're dicing, this would be great for food prep. Like, you could, like, go right to it, like get tomatoes or just whatever you want to do. This has a it really took a nice edge. The one people complain about, the blade is actually 7CR 17 MOV, which is on the softer side. It's 55 to 57 on the Rockwell hardness scale. I don't have a problem with it, I guess. I think everybody was hoping they'd come out with a D2 steel or something a little bit, because I didn't realize everybody likes this knife so much. I mean, I like it. I like the looks of it, but I didn't expect to go on Blade HQ to find, and looking up specs and find out there's a handle or scales you can buy for it, just because it's a fairly cheap knife. I mean, to some standards, you know, $29 is somewhat a cheap knife to a lot of knife collectors / knife gurus. So I didn't expect to see actual replacement scales. The cutting edge is actually only 3 inches, but that's because it's a cleaver, so you lose like that. But it has a little bit of a point, so, and you lose some of it for the finger choil. But there's plenty there. But the part I think I already mentioned, I like how long the handle is. So it rides on bronze phosphorus washers, so it's gonna break in and probably get real smooth. It's kind of already smooth. The only thing, it actually is smooth, not drop shut yet, but I hope this breaks in. This is a very stiff frame lock, but this is the only frame lock I have, so maybe they're all like that until you break them in. So I got to carry this more. The overall length of the blade itself and the knife is about 8.5 inches. So that's total. You can see that. What I like about it, I like the looks. First of all, that's why I picked it up. It just looked cool. I seen it on an ad for Finn. It was just like on them newspaper ads. I was like, that looks really cool. I'm gonna go buy that. And I think I paid, I want to say it was over $29. I want to say $31. But I see them on Blade HQ and Amazon for around $29. But the finger choil, and I like that. I like the finger choil, and I like the length of the handle. It's very ergonomic to me. Yeah. What I don't like about it. I don't like the finger hole. I wish it was bigger and in a better spot, because it's not really easily one hand open. It just is not, and I just wish it was in a little better spot. I don't know, maybe it will break in when I smooth it smooths out. And of course, I already mentioned the frame is still stiff, and it's almost a two-hand blade, really. But man, it's a good-looking knife, though. That's all I can say. It's a good-looking knife. So, buddy at work told me, he said he was watching some of my videos, and he wanted me to give my ratings, what I think. Well, I'm going to start this new rating. I'm going to 1 out of 5 blades. And I'm going to give this a rating of, my rating is 3.5 blades. It's not perfect. Like I said, there's issues, but that's just the way it is. Also, I looked up on Amazon, and Amazon actually has a rating 4.3 out of 546. So there's a people like this knife, even though it has the 7CR MOV 17 still. People still like this knife. I like it. It looks good, and that's just what most people. If it has to pop, and I wouldn't carry this and show people that aren't knife people because it looks kind of intimidating. It looks like a razor blade or something, and it's not something I'd carry in an office building or something because I think they'd freak out. But let's do some size comparisons. All right, it's a little long, going a little long, but that's all right. Got a lot of information on this one. Here's a Tenacious, a Spyderco Tenacious. Here's the size on it with the Spyderco Tenacious. Do some real quick size comparisons. So you can see the little, it's longer than the Tenacious. Here's a Rat. There's not the Rat. It's actually the Firebird's version of the Rat 1. But everybody knows what a Rat 1 length is. And it's pretty close to that. It'd be very comparable to a Rat 1. I see a lot of people buy this one. This is a Gerber Remix, and there's the Remix next to it. So it's a little bigger than the Remix. And then a Honey Badger. It's a kind of newer knife people are buying. This is a little different style blade, but it's on the larger side. It's not super large. It's large blade. So there's that one, and then here's the Hans Warrior. This is a I'd say extra large knife, and it is smaller than that. That one's on the edge of being on the edge of not being carryable, but sometimes I do. But yeah, you can see between those two, this is actually a really good size for carry. The Gerber. And like that's just a good size. Let's get a measurement. It's excuse me. I think it's eight and a half, basically. 8.5. Let's see what it's closed, because that in your pocket would be closed. It'd be real quick here. Closed. It's going to be about a little under 5 inches. Let's see what this one is. And this one's a little smaller, but I don't know. I mean, this is a great utility knife and stuff, but man, this one just looks good. The Gerber, it just looks good. All right, see, I think that's about all. I went over. Like I said, I did polish my stone wash off, and I did some little customizing. But other than that, like I said, I'd give it a 3.5 out of 5 blades, and the Amazon rating is 4.3 out of 546 people, and it's around $29 to $39. All right, see you guys later. Bye.